Hey everybody, the Long Shot Signatures here. This is episode 101 of my TTM returns. Got in another 4 successes this Friday for 13 autographs, bring me to 1,891 on the year. So to start off, we got a couple of NASCAR returns. First one here is from a former driver and now I think he's an Xfinity Series team owner. I had written to him before years and years ago, never got it back, so I had to repurchase one of the cards. I had ended up purchasing one for the 91 Max set that was already signed because I wasn't sure if I was ever going to get him TTM. And I'll still need to get another one, but that card's a little hard to find. So we'll show off what I do have now. So this is a 4 of 4 request coming back from Jimmy Means. So I had this extra, what is this, 92 Max? I did extra 92 Max, not a set that I'm focused on. And with as many legends as we've lost since then, probably really no point in starting it. But I do have a few of those cards signed by those who are no longer with us. Then 93 Tracks card. I think he has another one in this set, and I completely missed it, if that's the person that I'm thinking of. And then, of course, the 94 Max set cards, which I have nearly, not all of them cards, but nearly the entire set of. So cool to get those, finally get him back TTM for the first time that I've sent. Then we have a current driver. This guy has been a fantastic TTM signer over the years. He's gotten better now that he's in the Cup Series, which is usually the opposite of what you see. But he signed 2 more cards for me. So got 2 of 2 from Christopher Bell. Got a standard Donruss 2020 retro, and got his 2020 Optic retro card signed as well. Came back after a few months. Then we have a former NHL player return. This is a 5 of 5 success coming back from Calgary. He's a former center. I think his name is pronounced Brian Scrudland. So he signed all 5 of these in blue. And I noticed that with these Canadians cards, he put a little smiley face underneath them. For those 3. And then for cards with other teams, there's not a smiley face. So I imagine he really liked playing with either the Canadians or playing in Canada. But he had a pretty decent career. I think over 800 games played, scored quite a few points. So that was a really nice return to get back. And then last one here is a college baseball return, but it is not a coach. I did end up sending to a few players, not very many. I got very, very caught up in sending to coaches, both in college or both in baseball and softball, that by the time I started really wanting to focus on players, the season was pretty much wrapped up at that point. So maybe next year. But got a cool one here. This is a 2 of 2 success from BYU pitcher Cy Nielsen. So I think I found him on a top 100 prospects list for the NCAA. Again, I only sent maybe like 4 or 5 of those guys. But really cool to get that one back. I don't think BYU necessarily had the greatest season, but he was all right. He's still in the top 100 for the prospects. I think he was in like the 80s or something like that. So we could see him get drafted this year. I'm not sure how much the draft has changed ever since COVID. I know that year they had like 5 rounds and then they reduced it for the next year. But now that everything's kind of open again and you don't really have too many problems getting a bunch of players playing at the same time that you can look at, I wonder if they're going to go back to the original format. But it's exciting, really cool. Can't wait to see how he does. He has already been drafted once out of high school, I think by the Cleveland Guardians. Didn't sign with them and went to BYU, and I think he just wrapped up his 3rd season, so he should be eligible for the draft. But let me know what you guys think. Greatly appreciate you guys watching. Helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.